Hi collective, this is miraclexistetarot channel, and I want to put up a very short message. Well, it's 14 February, Valentine's Day, and well, first of all, I want to wish you happy Valentine's Day, okay? For all of you who's going out with your loved ones and having fun, okay? Usually I do Valentine's Day reading. This year I didn't do, because you need to listen to your heart, you need to listen to your intuition. And I can sense many of you are not in a relationship, okay? And I want to tell you that even if somebody asks you out, make sure you don't go out just with someone to have somebody on Valentine's Day. So you could show off to your friends or your family that you are not alone on Valentine's Day. It's not it's not embarrassing being alone on St. Valentine's Day, you know. Actually, it's take it as a privilege, honey, because there are many couples who are unhappy and they buy nice gifts for St. Valentine's to each other. They even go out to dinner together, and in reality they hate each other. They just do it for the show off, you know, for TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media, to show people how happy they are, when in reality they really fucked up and they hate each other. I'm telling you, do not compare yourself to other couples, other girlfriends, especially when they bragging tomorrow what kind of gifts they got or things like that. Because I'm telling you, those people who's really happy, they don't put their life on social media, okay? Those who put up their life on social media, it's because they want people to be jealous of them, they want attention, and they have a kind of narcissistic nature. And I'm telling you, 98% of people who put up, you know, holiday photos with a lover, have a lovely place they went to have a holiday, and you can see the perfect pictures with perfect positions, and they hair perfect, they face, they makeup perfect, everything is perfect. Honey, you don't know what's going on between them after the pose for the photo, okay? I'm telling you, these people just, they have other motives to put up these photos than to show people that they are really happy. A really happy couple won't do that. They keep it in secret because they know if they put up things like that, people will ruin it. Do you understand? So if you can see someone who's excessively putting up photos of happy family, of their how wonderful mother they are, usually they are not, and and no, man, these are narcissistic people. They want people to think they are perfect, they have everything, they are successful. You should not follow people like that. And certainly do not compare yourself. Get real. This is the new Hollywood shit, what we can find on social media. Because Hollywood always projected some not real life to people's mind, so people got a deformed vision about what is being romantic, what is true love, and now it's social media who does that. Do you understand? And it's deforming, subconsciously deforming your vision about true love. And true love is not what the photo what they put on, what you put on Facebook or any social media. It's not the photo that you take during Valentine's dinner. You know, it's not real life. What they put up, it's not real. Do you understand? Do not destroy your own life because you want to have this fake life these fake people has. Do you understand, honey? I'm talking to single people right now. You are single because you are much more stronger much more authentic than these people in fake couples who's putting up these photos in social media. And you are much more happy, believe me. You really, really bothered by not going out Valentine's Day. Well, go book for a restaurant and go out alone. It's nothing to shame of. Nothing to shame of. But you know, if you don't dare to go out, you can, there is lots of takeaway, huh? Well, you can, some good restaurants even do takeaway for Valentine's Day. It's a really good business for them. I just got lots of messages for restaurants I like to go. And they all do Valentine's Day dinner for takeaway. And it's a good business for them because most of the time they are booked, totally booked, but they can cash in more money because with the takeaway they can practically double their revenue. And you can order Valentine's Day menu with the lovely curve-shaped, not curve-shaped, what is it called? Sorry guys, I just woke up, I need my coffee. But heart-shaped cake and things like that, you know. If you really need it, go out, buy yourself those lovely red roses. Girls. Guys, you want that watch? Don't wait that a woman will give it to you. You go out and buy it for yourself. Spoil yourself today. What you like to do or what you like to have, buy it for yourself. Of course, if you can afford it. But don't sit at home and be depressed that nobody's taking you out and half life is not fair because you don't have any boyfriend or girlfriend. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And on top of that, you know, Valentine's Day origin spiritually, you should check it out on Google because it's not a really positive thing, okay? So we make it into a commercial, really, it's about love. Even if you look at the statistic, most couple breaks up during Valentine's Day. So there is this imaginary romantic image of St. Valentin Day that can be beautiful if you have already the right person in your life. But if not, you don't have to beat yourself up and being depressed, okay? Because there is no point. You can have a lovely day. You can spoil yourself. You can even make a lovely card for yourself that you love yourself. And spoil yourself tonight, okay, guys? After there are other single people who receive offers, and because all of their girlfriend or all of their friends and family member is going out on Valentine's Day, so they want to go out, so they accept practically everybody to go out, okay? Don't do that. If you don't want to go out with somebody, don't just accept it because you don't have any other options. As there's if you go out on Valentine's Day with somebody tonight, it should be the perfect person for you, the right person, okay? It's not your fake husband or fake wife or fake whatever. Well, you know, or just somebody who asks you out and you don't have a better option. You better go out with your children because at least you know that they sincerely love you and you love them sincerely. Do you understand? If you really want to celebrate love tonight, go out with someone who you really, really love. If nothing else, go out with your mom, with your dad, who's alone at home, and you love them. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. The last few years of my marriage was already dead. So I never ever got, I didn't really go out with my husband for 17 years, actually. Probably we went out 3 times or 4 times, not more than that. And the last few years of my marriage, I went out with my kids. because my husband disappeared. Probably he was with his lovers, with his prostitutes, and he was having fun with them. Suddenly he had to have some conference in another country. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I'm telling you, if you are in the same situation than I was, go out with your kids. Go out, even if nothing else, even if you go in a McDonald's. I'm telling you, my son was so happy and going out. They made me a nice card. I made them a card also. We made cards for each other, you know. We made nice gifts for each other. I bought them nice chocolate and you celebrate love tonight, okay? You love your kids. The kids loves you. Go out with them. If you have a shitty husband who's with the lover somewhere in a restaurant and after in a bed tonight, give a shit about a husband like that. Do you understand? Or an ex. Don't care about that. If you have kids, go out with your kids and enjoy yourself, okay? If you don't have kids and you are single, you don't have anybody, think about your mom or your dad, if they are alone, or any family members. And if you don't have that neither, but you have friends who are single like you, and they don't have anybody to go out, why don't you go out together? You know, between friends, there is a kind of love, but it's not the same than between lovers. It's a different kind of love, because you love your friends and friend loves you, your friends love you. You can celebrate this friendship love. Do you understand tonight? You go out with them. Even if you are not one, you have not one single friend, but many, like 3 or 4, you can go out in group. Do you understand? Celebrate yourself or celebrate the love in your life. And there is love everywhere. Not just you need to find a man, and if you don't have any, you just pick someone. Doesn't matter who is that, just somebody. Don't do that. Don't do that. You want to really celebrate love tonight, go out with your friends or your family or with your children. But go out with somebody if you are prone to get depressed on St. Valentine's Day. Okay? Right. So, this is really important. I will get back with readings. I really do. I have some difficulties with many things, as usually. And the last 6 months, I think they don't stop trying to bring down my channel. I'm telling you, when you have haters, you will have problem dealing with them, because it's not easy to deal with them, okay? But I'm telling you, this is the sign that you're going the right direction. Because if they would leave you alone, they would have nobody would hate you. That means you don't do something that is in your destiny. Because when you shine, when you do something extraordinary, something that is aligned with your higher self and with your authenticity, people will get pissed off, people get jealous, and after they will hate you, and after they will do everything to destroy what you're doing or you. And I'm telling you, if it's happening in your life, take it as a positive sign that you are on the right path. You are on the right path. Because if you would not do something extraordinary, something that is shining with divine light, they would leave you alone. They would not do anything against what you do or against you. Okay? And it's honestly really, really rare when you have supporters, when you step into your destiny. Because in a human brain, in a human nature, there's egoism, and the ego part is extremely developed. People are, unfortunately, even if they are spiritual, they get jealous when they can see someone who's doing better than them. Do you understand? So you are highly spiritual, you have gifts, you have a practice, or you're teaching, or you are Reiki healer, and you are best in your job, and suddenly somebody comes who has more gift than you have. What will you do? You say, oh, it wouldn't bother me. But when it will really happen, you will like, oh my God, I thought I'm really good. But in reality, I'm not that good because there are so many who's better than me. And what, honey? What, honey? You put these feelings, give it to source, give it to God. Do you understand? Because if you will entertain these feelings inside you, it's like hate or jealousy, they will grow into so negative energy that it will pull down your vibration, first of all. Second, don't ignore their existence. Oh, it's just a thought that passed by. If this thought comes back really often, then there is a problem. Do you understand? And you are not special having this problem because practically every human has this ego overdeveloped, and it's bothering humans' ego when they have people coming around who has a better spiritual gift, they are higher spiritual level, you know, and it just gives a kind of jealousy. And it's normal when you have jealous haters around you. It's totally normal. Some immature, childish people can't handle this. Do you understand? When they feel jealousy, when they feel like it's not where somebody's better than me, they get tantrums, they get rage, outrage, aggressive outbreaks, and they start plotting on revenge, but they don't even know what do they want to revenge, because usually these people do not hurt them. Do you understand? These are just jealous people, haters, and after you critique them, it's fine. But what if you have to work, for example, with someone who's spiritually higher level than you, and you realize you are not that wow, but there are people who's on higher level than you, and they have more spiritual gifts than you. You need to understand that this ego has to be, well, you can't make it disappear, okay? It's impossible. And it can use for good purposes, your ego. But you need to control your ego and deal with problems that is coming up in your life because of your ego. Because if not, it will fuck up practically your vibration and your entire life. It will bring in bad karma and all kind of shits, okay? So it's really, really important that you can handle this and in a way balance it out, okay? And please, please, please go out on Valentine's Day if you want, you craving for it, but you don't have anybody, just go out with somebody and your children, as I told you, because it will do a very good for your ego, and you will understand that love is the most important. It doesn't matter if you can't go out with anyone else, but you have a dog, order some Valentine's Day dinner for 2 persons and share it with your dog. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just an idea, okay? So anyway, don't please dwell on your ego, because the ego will say to you, you have to get a man, you have to get a woman. What a shame that you are not going out on St. Valentine's Day, you are alone, this is not right, and blah, 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 blah. And when you see the neighbor who you totally don't like because she or he is so fucking annoying, and going out for Valentine's Day's dinner because she or he has a new girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, don't get upset. Don't get upset. There's no point. You want to go out, go out. Call your friends, as I told you, your parents or somebody, your sister, brother. I'm sure there is other people out there who are like you, single, and they can't go out tonight. Do you understand? So you just call your single friends out. And at least none of you will sit at home and being depressed about St. Valentine's Day. And you know, there is some couples who got to know each other just before St. Valentine's Day, and after they have a lovely dinner, after they have a one-night stand, and it's finished. Okay? And it has no worth. And usually it's the guys who's doing this deception. And the poor woman is fucked up. And what's happened, I thought it's, well, that is the love bombing when a guy promises everything to you. I want to marry you. You are the woman of my life. Oh, God, Spirit, or whoever showed me that you are the divine feminine and I'm your divine masculine, and you can hear so wonderful words that you will just like, oh my God, nobody ever told me things like that. He might even really good in bed, and after he fuck you up or steal something from you or just destroy your fucking life, and you are just fucked up, totally fucked up, just because somebody is a pervert narcissistic player and came in, promised you everything and fucked you up. Promises are not everything, you know. When a man says something, they have to back it up with their acts. If they don't, if they act differently, there is a problem, because you face with a pervert narcissistic or a player energy. It's really important to recognize it. Okay? And some of them are really intelligent and very good. And somebody is a spiritual worker. Wow. You will have really, really, really lots of difficulties to find out the truth about them. But you will one day. But make sure they don't have a chance to fuck you up until you find out who they are. You should not go out or start a serious relationship with somebody when you have doubts. Or when you have, you feel confused. You should not. You should not, because that is a sign that something is wrong. Do you understand? And when you are divine feminine, it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I had a client, and she is a wonderful empath. Most of my clients are empath, okay? They are empath because they are light workers. And this young lady will become a really, really famous light worker one day. But it's like I recognize myself a bit when I was younger. But unfortunately me, because I had some trauma, I didn't let anyone close to me. But this girl brought up in a really nice family setup, loving, caring family setup, and it's like sometimes I'm telling myself, how could I tell someone that men are not like that at all? So how can you bring an innocent, pure spirit down to earth and say that men are like this and this and this? How can ruin their dreams about men? Because honestly, the reality is, well, after you can argue, because I know there are horrible women who ruin men, and it's like a vicious circle. Because everybody has trauma. Men has trauma caused by women. Women has trauma caused by men. So they hate on each other. They protect each other. So they fuck up each other more and more. So this is like a vicious circle or cycle. But you need to be realistic. Yes, you need to be open to love. You need to open for a relationship. But I think today we need to bring back this old style dating. That not sex at the first few months, because honestly, many relationship is just based on sex. And when you get together with this guy or with this woman, you get married, and in a few years you are fucked up. Because a sex is not love. And then a relationship based on a sex, everything will be fucked up in your marriage. The best way to see what is the worth of your relationship when you take out the sex of it. What have left after the sex? Because that is the real value of your relationship. Do you understand? If there is nothing else but sex, there is a problem there. A serious problem. So when I'm getting back to women from my own experience, when a man tell you such a wonderful love bombing shit, you need to, before you give yourself to this man, before you get into a serious relationship with this man, you have to make sure that this man really doing what he says about, okay? So when you realize that this man is continuously lying, don't say that, oh, every man liar and it doesn't matter, because you can. I know empaths. They look for all kind of excuse. No, honey, if he's lying, there is a huge problem, and it should be the gling red flag, okay? I don't care how much he wants to protect himself, how much he hurt by other women. If he hurt by other women, he has to heal his trauma before he is going out and dating other women. Do you understand? If it's a correct guy, and it should be same with a correct woman. I know some women are exactly like men. They go out, they love bombing others, they're lying, and they should not date men. And I know. So Divine Masculine, please don't get upset with me. But it's just an example of this Divine Feminine who came to me. It's almost 2 weeks. And I had to talk to her many times. I got the courage, because I know, you just don't want to pull down the vibration of somebody telling the truth, okay? But when you're spiritual, you need to be realistic in a way. If not, the people will fuck you up. Do you understand? You need to develop certain boundaries that will protect you from that. If not, they will fuck you up so much, and you will have a heart broken so deeply that it will take months or years to repair it. And honestly, I know women who's fed up with love. They don't want to go out anymore with anybody. They just want to be single. Because they fed up, play after play after play after play after play after player, and they fed up. They fucking fed up. When you are Divine Feminine, you need to know that your enemies or negative energies will send you in player narcissistic shits, one after this one after the other. And they will be really sophisticated, okay? They will be really developed with their technique. And you need to understand that until you get to true love, until you get to the right person, you will go through lots of shit. And if you have some idiot ex who is narcissistic, we know really well narcissistic people thinks you belongs to them. Even if they don't want you anymore, even if they have a life with someone else, they do not tolerate you are happy with someone else. You understand? Not because they still love you, honey. It has nothing to do with that. You need to understand some ex hates you. And they make a life with another woman, but in the same time, they do not want you to be happy with other men. Do you understand, woman out there? It's not that he wants to come back to you because he still loves you. Please wake up. It's not. They want to fuck you up so much that you will never ever look at a man, and you will die alone somewhere, old or not old, whatever, but alone. Because for a narcissistic, that's mean he failed. If you find true love in your life. And some narcissists are spiritual, so they will create spiritual blockages in your life that you won't be able to find the right person. And I'm telling you, I had clients, they coming always player shits, narcissistic people, guys in her life. And Spirit show me there is an esoteric manipulation that was done on her by a professional who was paid, that she would never ever find true love because she would attract only narcissistic players. And when that's the case, you have to break this type of curse on your life. You have to protect yourself, and you have to start manifesting and protect your manifestation, a divine masculine. Because there are men out there who's not like that. But they can't see you. You are invisible. Maybe they even did an invisible spell on you, so divine masculine can't see you or can't see your worth. I know I had not one, but many enemies who's doing spell work on me. So there is just shitty men would come in my life. No divine masculine. So spirit show me. So I'm telling you, it's the same with the other divine feminine. You need to understand that today you think that person won't pay a practitioner to do something esoterically on you because, no, this person would never do that. Honey, you have no idea. You have no idea. I have ex that all of his family was laughing when my mother-in-law talked about tarot reading or whatever. And it's been 4 or 5 years they continuously doing spell work on me. Okay? And when I know them and when I saw the mask what they put up, honey, I said they would never ever do any spell work. And it was a lie. Actually, I didn't realize his family is full with occult people. And I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Those people who will deny it in your eyes that, oh no, they never do such a thing, those are the people who does it. You never ever know. You need to ask source to show you where is the problem, what has been done. And you can ask your spirit guides. You can go to Akashic record and you can see that. It's really important because it's very, very common when you have a nasty ex that they pay a spiritual worker to fuck you up in your love life. Do you understand? And if you're unlucky, you have many of them and they're doing it regularly, not just once. And in that case, you need to be extra vigilant. Who do you let close to yourself? And the other thing, when you are divine feminine, your energy is precious. And I'm telling you, so many of karmic person can come into your life for your energy. And some of them are not ritually energy vampires. Some of them not doing it consciously, you know. They're not doing it consciously. They do it unconsciously. They know that when they sleep with a divine feminine, their life gets better. They feel better. So they're doing it. And they don't realize that there is a negative entity inside of them in a sacral chakra, that practically sucks off a divine energy, chi, a life energy from a divine feminine. Do you understand? Sex is one of the ways to take your chi away. This is really, really important. When I was Christian, there was a really good teacher, spiritual teacher, who taught about sexual energy. And in that time, lots of people left the church because they didn't want to hear it. It was too intimate. Usually we don't talk about in church like that. But he said that those people, he obstinate, they accumulate a huge spiritual energy that they can put into manifestation. They can put into their gifts. So when they preach the gospel or they heal people, whatever, you know, this person was Christian, you have more spiritual force. And that is behind why in Bible, Paul Apostle says that it's better to stay alone. And because of this sexual energy. Well, you need to know that there is a truth in this. Okay? There is a truth in this. And that's why you need to get reunited with your divine masculine who respect your chi, who has the same level of chi than you have. So when there is a sexual intercourse, you don't suck each other's energy away, but reinforce it. because that is not fair when there is a sexual relationship and a divine person is exhausted after, and the karmic person is lifted up. So this is a difficult situation for a divine person, but a typical case when two different vibrational beings get together. And it's nature that the vibration try to balance itself out. So what's happening? The divine person vibration will go down, and a karmic person vibration will go up. This is really important, that you don't even go out with people with different vibrations. I mean, really low vibrations. Or at least if you go out with someone who has problems, who are low vibrational, at least they have the feeling that they want to get out of it. And please don't start a serious relationship with that person until that person work themselves up. You can help them. It's not the problem. You can help them, but in a way that they don't suck your energy away. And I'm not talking here about magicians or warlocks or male witches here, because honey, they will fuck you up even if you are just friend with them. They need just some spiritual worker need just hear your voice, just 5 minutes to talk to you, to get your energy. You need to be really, really careful when you become divine. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful when I talk with divine people and they telling me their story of awakening. They are all different, okay? And some of them are very intensive, some of them are very slow. It's like almost like intellectual way. They get to the point, finally they get awakened. Some of them is very, very sudden and a spectacle, and so many other things, not just spiritual but etheric stuff are involved. And I'm telling you, honey, your energy is extraordinary when you are awakened. Do you understand? And you are awakened and you stay on the light side. Okay? When you are not turned to the wrong side. And this energy needs to be protected. And a protection, sometimes it's not something extraordinary, ritual or meditation or chakra work or aura work or energy work or whatever. You need to do all that, okay? Because you need to. But sometimes you just have to stop talking to your ex, because I'm sorry for saying this, but there is no such a thing that you are a friend with your ex. There is no such a thing. Because if you are, it's mean there is still a cord, spiritual cords between you, and even if that person is not an occult person, can suck off your divine energy. Do you understand? And after you don't understand why you don't have energy to do anything in your life, you are exhausted. And sometimes I talk about ritual energy, siphoning energy, stealing, often in my readings. But you need to understand there is other ways to get your energy, and some people do not realize that doing the same thing than those people who doing rituals on you to take your energy. Do you understand? Your money is your energy. When a guy or a woman come in and manipulate you and takes your money regularly, takes your energy. Do you understand? And after, you don't know why your marriage goes wrong, you don't know why you can't find the right person, you don't know why are you so depressed, or you don't know why you start thinking about this guy or this woman all the time. And these people knows really well what they're doing. And the other things what they put, this sexual manipulation. They study their victim before, or if you were together sexually before with that person, I'm telling you, you have to break that relationship and finish it. I mean, you don't go anywhere with this person where you could have sex with this person, because they know you and they will push you in it. And guess what? They will attach you, they will bind you to them again. You have to be really, really responsible about your sexual life and who you are. And believe me, when I'm talking about this, I know what I'm talking about. Because I got fucked up by asshole men also. So many times. Not many times, but a few times, but that was enough for me. That was enough for me. So you need to learn about this. And us empaths, as I tell many times, we fall in love very easily because we see people like Source sees, God, and Source sees them. We see the potential. We see the goodness. We see the destiny that they should have. And we see the potential in them, that how divine they could become. But honey, when that person doesn't want to, but stay in a dark side, in the dark energy, they will only destroy you. And you will let that happen because you are in love with an image that doesn't yet exist. And probably if this guy not choosing that path, will never ever exist. Do you understand? This is your empathic nature that you need to realize how does it work. So when you are talking to a guy and you can see the potential in that guy, you can see the divine nature that he could achieve in his life, it's very nice, okay? It's very nice because God and Source sees them like that. But you have to protect yourself. Because until this guy is not this divine masculine, you should not let this guy in your life at all. Because they will do a fucking big destruction. And I'm telling you, some of them are capable to do some energy swapping. Okay? So when you make love with them and after you want to practice some spirituality or your rituals, and suddenly you behave like a karmic spiritually and you don't understand what's going on. Sometimes you won't even notice. Just a few weeks later. Because you took his energy, maybe his karma, maybe his shit. Do you understand? This is extremely important. Who do you sleep with? I'm telling again and again and again. And I know I have to tell. Because when somebody comes in with love bombing and it's a spiritual worker who already worked on you, it's really difficult to resist. And I'm not judging anyone at all. Okay? Because I know what is it to fall a shit like that. And you should not fall. You should not fall. But you will learn. So sometimes people can tell us, but we have to learn from my or yours, or everybody has to learn from their own mistakes. Do you understand? And that's life. That's why your soul is here on earth to learn. But I'm obliged to give you this message. I'm obliged to tell you this. So even if you make mistake, you will remember that, yeah, I remember this tarot that talk about this shit, I got fucked up. But at least you will realize it. Because some people do not realize it, honey. Some people will marry shits like that. And their whole fucking life will be destroyed. Do you understand? I prefer if you get fucked up by a player energy like that for a few months or 1 year, but you can get out. I prefer you get out after 1 year than you stay in it for 17 years or 10 years or for the rest of your life. Because some of these energies, stay player energies, so some of these energies stay player energies, but they can get married, honey. And they might marry you because you are a good source of energy. so they can regularly harvest you. But on your side, they excuse me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this coughing is not going away. I'm so sorry. And unfortunately, editing my videos is really complicated. So I don't think I can take this cough out, okay? So I'm sorry, I can't take this one out, okay? So I get back to the subject we were talking about. So I know it's not fair, divine feminine, divine masculine, but when you are divine, you just can't reunite with a karmic person because it will fuck up your life, your energy, and you will, when you experience being divine and you fall back on a karmic level, you won't like it. You will feel like living in hell. While a karmic will never ever notice that they're living in hell because they don't know any other. Do you understand? So the solution is not that you start saying, oh shit, I shouldn't have been awakened. Yes, you should have. And it's a good thing that you are awakened. But the solution is you find your divine masculine and divine feminine. Do you understand? Who is high vibrational, or at least a similar vibration than you are. Okay? Or if not yet, at least she or he is willing to work on themselves, to work themselves up on your level. And in that case, you need to be careful with sexual reunion, okay? You need to, I think after awakening, the second most important thing divine people has to do is to learn to protect their own energy. This is practically one of the most important spiritual acts you need to do. Because if you don't, you fuck up all your manifestation, you fuck up all your divine life. You need to learn to protect your energy. Somebody really doesn't want me to talk. This is ridiculous, huh? I go on my way, I do my work, I do what I have to do all day long. I don't cough at all. When I start recording, I start coughing. This is ridiculous. Okay, this is not normal. Okay, somebody does not want me to talk, but I will. I apologize for the coughing. It's not pleasant to hear it, but I will be honest with you to take it out. I have to cut the video. After I put it together, it will take me at least 3 or 4 hours editing because I don't have these professional logicial, not logicial, what is it called, program yet. I will have to buy it, I guess. But I don't have it yet. So I can spend 4 or 5 hours editing this video. Sorry, guys. So I leave the coughing in, so I'm so sorry. It's like every tarot readers make mistakes. Every tarot readers do say things that is out of context or not, you know, or cough or sneeze or whatever. But they can edit it and they can take it out usually. So and right now I can't do it. Okay, I'm not in that, not on that place that I have access to it, and I can't. Okay. Right, so you have to be careful with your divine energy, okay? And don't get upset because you don't have anybody on St. Valentine's Day, okay? Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. And you will be fine, okay? You need to understand also what is the origin of St. Valentine's Day, because some occult practices do practically energy harvesting on St. Valentine's Day because the energy of this day is very strong, and they do a kind of sacrifice to sexual demons or things like that. So it has a really negative meaning of St. Valentine's. Also, you need to search for it. I think there is videos about this on YouTube even. But it has a negative meaning. 14th of February has a negative meaning. That spiritually, on the night of 14th of February, there is lots of sexual sacrifices happened in the past in occult communities. Well, I don't know if they're still doing it. I don't know. You can look for the origin of St. Valentine's Day, okay? But if you really want to celebrate it, and I understand, because everybody wants that champagne, everyone wants that lovely rose, red rose. Everybody wants the charming man who will be romantic with you, and a man want to have the gratification during the night. So everybody wants, they think on St. Valentine's Day, and woman has this imagination that it's so romantic, and sometimes it's not an imagination, because it is true if you are with the right person, okay? But sometimes you are not with the right person, honey, and it's just an illusion. You understand? And the guys, if a nice guys really is just celebrating the love between them, but most of the time guys want sex. Excuse me. Yeah, they want sex, and St. Valentine's Day, it's a really nice day to have a woman, or just any kind of woman whose smell is good, very nice, clean, you know, even having a bath together with rose petals and all kind of shit, what you can imagine on St. Valentine's Day. Donc, so the guys really wants the sex part of it, and it's a good occasion for that. Even if they have a partner who every day not that glamorous or sexy or romantic, they expecting the person to dress up nicely, smell nice, and have a quality sex as on a night of St. Valentine's. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, women out there. This is the real intention of guys, okay? Because you need to understand, men feel loved. If we take off the trauma, we take off this player energy, men feel really love when you make love with them, okay? I'm not saying to go out and have sex with everybody, okay? Because don't do that, okay? But all these seduction, all these games that's going on, at the end come out that they want to make love with you. And if it's a good love making and it passes really well between you, that's mean their biological body says that this woman loves me because accepted me. Okay, us women, we think totally differently about this, okay? Because for us, it's totally different. For us, it's more on an emotional and mental level. We need to be satisfied, and that's what means somebody love us, not because they're making love with us. It's because they're kind with us, they are romantic with us, they're affectionate with us, they cherish us, they protect us. So a woman see love differently than men, okay? And unfortunately, if you don't understand which party wants what, it could cause lots of problems in a couple. But you need to understand, when you are an empath, you don't fall for these love-a-daba, love-bombing, narcissistic player energies. Because for some of them, you are just a bet. Probably he bet with his friends to have you, or just a job, somebody paid them, or it's just for the trophy. Do you understand? And that when you are young and when you are empathic, you can fall for that very easily. unfortunately. It's not because you are that type of woman, easy woman. You are not an easy woman. You are very empathic, giving and loving. And some people can take advantage of that. This is really important. After, when an empathic person gets a trauma from a relationship like that, after they will be really careful. So that will be other, that sometimes even divine masculine can approach a woman like that because they close up. That is the other opposite of the problem. So when you are an empath, you have to really balance out your emotions, the way you see words, the real world, not real, but the 3D world, and certainly you see well man. And I need to stop talking because I'm talking for more than 1 hour, almost an hour, pardon. Okay, so be careful these St. Valentines, especially single feminine energies, that masculine energies that I'm telling you, a Jezebel or a female playing energy can fuck you up so much that you will spend 10 years to fix your life after. Do you understand, guys out there? Sex is not everything. That a woman is really desirable and has a sexy body, it can biologically turn you on, but take your manifestation, take your finances, take your blessings, take your divine energy, and after you will have setbacks in your life for years and years and years. You don't want that, guys out there. It's not worth it. And can you imagine, some people even pay for a woman like that. And these type of women sometimes call themselves sex workers. You need to understand, when you have a sex with the sex workers, okay, that woman merge with other men's energy. So they have a mixture of energy that you open yourself spiritually. Do you understand? Divine masculine, can you hear me? Well, I'm not telling you to be celibate. It's a decision that you can make. But what about finding your divine feminine? Or maybe you have a divine masculine. Maybe you are homosexual. And then you have somewhere divine masculine. So that is important, that you try to manifest your soulmate or your life mate, but who is divine. Do you understand? Who is spiritually on a high level. So your energy don't get unbalanced. Your manifestation won't get fucked up. This is really, really important. This is really, really important. I'm not telling you don't go out and pay for prostitutes. You can go out and find every hookers in a town and fuck them if you want, but you will fuck yourself up spiritually. Do you understand? No, just think. You don't need to believe me, but think that sex is a spiritual act, okay? And these hookers sleep with hundreds or thousands of men, some of them thousands. You have no idea what kind of men they sleep with, probably low vibrational karmic people, and they have all this energy mixed up in their soul, these hookers, and they will give it to you. And after, you don't know why your life is fucked up. I channeled on an energy that there is a divine masculine married a hooker. And a hooker didn't stop her activity on a site. I'm not surprised his life is fucked up. What did you expect? You can't turn a hooker into a housewife, honey. You can't, because I'm not saying a hooker can't change. They can change, but they need to go through even exorcism. Because I'm telling you, there is some sexual entities in a woman like that. Because without that, it's impossible to do this job. Because a normal feminine energy, it's psychologically impossible to sleep with that much of guys in such a short period of time. It's impossible. Only if you have a succubus or incubus or a sexual entity inside you that is deforming your perception and your feelings. That is the only way to become a hooker. If not, you can't do it. And man is the same. Right. I won't get into this because it's supposed to be a St. Valentine's message. So I won't get into this now deeper, but you need to understand these guys out there. When you are divine, you just can't sleep with anyone, you know, who just come along with in your way. Even if you have a sexual desire, you need to discuss with souls how to deal with it. But in my opinion, the best way to deal with it, to find your, you need to find your divine feminine or divine masculine, who is made for you. Do you understand? Because there you will be safe. Emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. With a hooker or a karmic woman or man, you will be never safe, honey. Never ever safe. You will understand this, but I'm telling these people so they could learn from that and not go through all this suffering. But many of you will go through because I can see you will fall for it. But at least when you go through, you will remember what I was talking about. So you can come out of it earlier than other women who never heard such a thing. So anyway, I believe I'm putting the seed in your heart, and whatever happens in your life, I hope this seed will save your life or save your soul one day. I love you all, guys, out there, and I wish you really a happy Valentine's Day, and enjoy yourself, celebrate love, but true love, okay? Even if it's a friendship, even if it's a parenting love, or it's a love for your parents or your family, or even just for your dog. But spend it with someone who you really love, guys, out there. Do you understand? Stop doing fake shits like these social media influencers does. Okay? Thank you.